Hey everyone, as always, Dylan Miller Prospecting, and it's Paydirt review time again. And this time I'm going big, really big, with a 1 ounce Paydirt. Now it is a very select list of sellers who do sell a 1 ounce Paydirt, either listed on their website or with custom made bags. But I did have a few to choose from. However, I had one criteria in the Paydirt I wanted to review, and that was to get the absolute highest ROI I possibly could. In fact, I was trying to find a Paydirt I could actually make a profit of after I sold the gold. So I didn't care if it came in a 5-gallon bucket or even a jug. I just needed an extremely high ROI. And they do have a seller who advertised a guaranteed 107% ROI on his 1 ounce jug. But I wanted even better. So I pulled out my trusty calculator and started searching, and that's when I found it. A guaranteed 117.97% ROI from Mammoth Gold Nuggets and his 1.1 pound signature series Paydirt bag. And yeah, you heard me right, a guaranteed 117.97% ROI. So if I sold the gold at even 85% of spot price, I would make money on this bag of Paydirt. Not much, but I would make money. There is also the chance that this bag will have some nuggets in it that will increase the ROI and make me even more money. But I won't know till the end of this video. For now, let's just flash up the description, go to the overhead, and check this Paydirt out a little bit closer. As you saw, it has a pretty decent description, but could definitely use some more help. One of the questions I really wanted to know in the description, since they make a point of telling you that this is material from their own cut in the Yukon, is whether the gold comes from there as well, or is it outsourced from other places? Because if it's straight from the mine, I think that's even more important. It's a great selling point to not only say, hey, this is coming from a working mine, the material, but the gold as well. So I think that information being there, hopefully they'll add it. If they ever see this video or someone that watches it, we'll ask them and they'll do it. But let's weigh it up. It is supposed to be 1.1 pounds or 500 grams, and it is over that 1 pound, 3.8 ounces. Now let's open it up. And I will rinse out the bag before the end of the video, just in case a little piece of gold got caught in there or not. No, there you go. Not too much big stuff. I probably won't classify this down. They do kind of say something in the description about not classifying it down. And there's a piece of gold. And this is one of the reasons why I don't want to classify it down. I don't want to see any of the chunky pieces, see if I'm making more money. I'd prefer to find out at the end. So, but let's check it, see if there's any magnetite in here. Feels like there's a couple little pieces. It's got a little bit in there, not too much. I think it'll mostly be a little bit difficult just from not classifying it down, but I will pick out the rocks as I'm panning. More gold. So, a lot of chunkies in there. Now, while I am not going to classify this down before the end of the video, before the gold reveal, I will classify the gold down because I am really curious to see what size the gold comes in, because most sellers who do sell 1 ounce Paydirts tend to give you smaller gold because they can easily sell the nuggets for a premium, and it's just selling the smaller gold that is a problem, so they can sell it in a 1 ounce bag of Paydirt, a 1 gram bag of Paydirt, things like that. Once you start putting in a lot of nuggets, then they start losing a little bit of money if they're already giving you a high ROI. And this bag is giving me about a 118% ROI, so I don't think I'm going to find any really big nuggets in there. But if I can find a couple plus 10 pieces in there, I'll be pretty happy. But the only way to really find out is to pan it out. So let's go get some water, listen to some music, and do just that.
It's been so long since I
Well, finished panning everything out as you saw, and that was actually pretty difficult, but maybe for different reasons than you're used to, but we'll talk about that in a minute. For right now, let's show you all the gold I found. And there we go, a lot of gold. Not much in the -40 and really not much in the +10. Most of it was in the middle, but I did find some in the +10. No nuggets, or not in my opinion, any nuggets. Maybe to someone else there'll be nuggets if they were on eBay nuggets, but I didn't find anything that I thought was a nugget. The biggest piece, I did look through those, and the biggest piece I found was under 1/2 gram. But let's start weighing it up. We're going to start with the -40 and then just slowly work our way up to the chunkier stuff. So in the -40, 0.27 grams. Now again, I am guaranteed a full troy ounce, so not much in the -40. -20 plus 40. Not bad. 3.145 grams, so I guess 1/10 of it. -10 plus 20. This is where the majority of this is going to be. Probably like 25 grams, maybe. Oh, 25.810. And then lastly, I will find, let's see, the biggest piece. I think it was this one. Yeah, 0.455 was the biggest piece in this bag. And 2.820 in the +10. And now let's just add it all together. Make sure I got the troy ounce, which is 31.1. So we got it a little bit over. Just got to 32. So 32.045 grams. Make sure it doesn't change, because sometimes it changes after I call it the number. But there we go, 32.045 grams. Now for this 1 ounce bag from Mammoth Gold Nuggets, it was pretty hard to go through. It has gold in every classification. It does have a little bit of black sands. Most of it is magnetized though. But the two tricky things about this Paydirt is the round gold. A lot of the gold is round, especially in the lower classifications. Almost everything -20 and below was round, and it just kept rolling and rolling everywhere around the pan. And also it really clouds up your water. One other thing is, because this is 1 ounce, it's a lot more difficult to get the final clean. Because you've got so much gold in your pan, it's hard to move the gold, to get to the black sands, to have them move out the way. So it does take a lot longer to clean. So for a beginner, I would give this a hard. I think if you're a beginner, you really should break the gold up into chunks, maybe 1 gram at a time to clean it, and then put it to the side, get another little pile of gold, clean it, put it to the side. But even then, for a beginner, I would give this a hard. For an advanced panner, it'd be a medium, and for an expert panner, a medium as well. All right, finished calculating my ROI, writing up my review, but before I get to that, I need to first thank my Patreon members, including my Patreon member who was my secret shopper for this Paydirt. And yes, I used a secret shopper for a $2,000 bag of Paydirt, and I need to thank him very much for that, because I always use secret shoppers for all of my reviews so they can't load up the bags and make them a little bit special. This one was listed, and this is what I got. So let's get to the review. I will pop it up on the screen so you can watch it with me. And there you go. Again, I bought from mammothgoldnuggets.com. It was their 1 ounce signature series bag with a guaranteed 1 ounce of gold, a troy ounce of gold. Its cost was $1,988. Shipping was $33. for a grand total of $2,021. Now, as you saw earlier in this video, I recovered 32.045 grams of some beautiful gold. No big nuggets, but I found 32.045 grams, so about a gram over a troy ounce. Now, the gold spot on the day that my secret shopper purchases was $2,384.10, meaning that the gold I found was worth $2,456.27, giving me a profit of $435.27. $435 just buying a bag of Paydirt and panning it out. I made $435, and that gives me an ROI of 121.54%, or on my scale a 10, because I can't go over 10, but if I could, it'd be 121.54. Now, for fun factor, I'm going to give it a 10. If I ever get a 10 on ROI, they always get a 10 for fun factor because I found more gold than I bought. I made money on this bag, so they're getting a 10 for fun factor. For description, sadly, he's only going to get a 6. While it does have a good description for this bag of Paydirt, it really needs to say more about the gold. Like I said earlier, I really wish it had said if this gold actually came from the mine, because that would make it something a lot more special. But sadly, it doesn't, so he's getting a 6. For quantity and packaging, he's getting a 9. It was the quantity stated, over 1.1 pound, and it came in a coffee bag, but it wasn't double bagged or anything like that, which again is a little bit of a bummer, buying an ounce of Paydirt and they didn't even double bag it. But it made it through the trip, so they're getting a 9 for quantity and packaging. For customer service and shipping, they're getting a 10. The customer service was excellent because the package from them to my secret shopper actually got lost a little bit, and I had to have my secret shopper reach out to them, and they were incredibly fast responding. And this is people who work in an active mine, and they responded really quickly. And then unfortunately, it had nothing to do with them, so they're getting a 10 for shipping because the post office losing a package has nothing to do with that. Because in fact, when my secret shopper overnighted the package to me, it got lost and took a full week to show up at my house. So this gold did not want to be reviewed, but I'm reviewing it anyway. In the end, Mammoth Gold Nuggets 1 ounce signature series got a total score of 9. So a great score. The only thing that they really need to improve on is their description, and that could easily be done to get it up to a 10. And I think this would be a hands down 10 Paydirt all the way around. So to the big question, would I recommend this bag of Paydirt or buy it again? Most definitely. I definitely recommend this Paydirt. This is some great Paydirt. In fact, if you want to know, I bought this Paydirt over a month ago when obviously the gold spot was lower. With the current gold spot, I have actually made $720 off of this gold. Now, of course, I will take a hit when I sell it. And again, future video, because you don't get paid 100%. The buyers have to make money as well. Overall, though, I'm really pleased with this Paydirt. Now, I want to say one last thing. I know there's going to be some doubters out there who are going to think that this was either some mess up on their end, they forgot to adjust their price, was gold raised, or it was just a fluke and they've since fixed it on the website. And no, it isn't. I just checked. This Paydirt I ordered for this video was bought over 2 months ago, and gold has gone up. Gold is now $85 and some change. And I just checked their website on the day I'm shooting this video, which is about 5 days before it is going to release. And this same bag is still listed on their website, and it actually has a guaranteed 118% ROI if you bought it today. When I bought my bag, it was only guaranteed 117%. The percentage has actually gone up a little bit. So this is not a fluke. You could go there today and buy, I think they only had 1 or 2 bags left. You could get those and make $435. So I definitely recommend this Paydirt. But that's going to be it. Thanks for watching. Happy panning. And if you're not already a subscriber, think about hitting that subscribe button below. And if you like the video, hit the like button.